Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Jhon Salazar here with eXp Realty, doing another client testimonial. Today, we are with Miss Miriam Perez Gonzalez, one of my clients that we just finished closing on one of her properties down here in Miami. How are you doing today, Miriam?
I am doing fantastic. Mhm.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. I want to just appreciate you for taking time out of your busy day to do this for me. Like I've mentioned before, guys, these videos help out a lot with, those future clients or any individual that are kind of on the fence on whether or not to use my services, right? So again, I really do appreciate it, Miriam. So kind of taking us back, right, to where we first met, previously you were attempting to do for sell the property on your own, doing for sale by owner,
That's
right?
correct.
Tell us, like, your experience on doing for sale by owner, and why did you choose to sell, to try and sell on your own?
Well, at the beginning, I wanted to sell on my own because, of course, the first thing that you think is you will don't have to pay commission. But I was doing a sale from a distance, so that was going to be very difficult to do. So I realized very quickly after I met with you how difficult was going to be to try to sell a property on your own when I don't have time to go to Miami as I'm living in Mississippi, trying to sell a property on a distance. So once you make the presentation, and I realize how simple it is having a realtor just like you,
Hmm.
uh, that you took the time to answer every single question that I had. I had a million questions. I'm sorry for that. Um, to be able to answer them, one by one, either via text, give me a call back, even an email, or whatever means you had at that point to communicate with me, which it was great. So I know it was not easy as a owner because I really had a million questions because it was my first property to sell. So
Hmm.
that would make the process really easy when I had a realtor like you that were willing to go the extra mile to answer the questions that I had.
Definitely, definitely. So you'll have to say maybe one thing that was definitely always there from me to you guys was communication. Always, anytime you were to call me, send me a text, I will always respond within that time, or if I can't respond, answer within less than an hour, I'll get back to you as soon as possible, right?
It was funny that you said to me, if I don't get to you immediately, I will get to you. I will always reply, give me a minute or something. And that was like that. Every time that I will send a text to you, in whatever time, you will say, I call you right back or give me a minute. And within less than 24 hours, actually within an hours,
Yeah.
you were replying to me, um, what is going on. It never passed anything past 6 hours for
No,
me. So it was like really quick and to the point. No, this is what
definitely.
is
Yeah.
going on. And I asked 20 million questions about the price. And how was the price? And you will go back, okay, this is the email, check this out. So, the process was very simple.
Yeah, definitely. And especially with you guys being out of state and you guys trying to sell a property down here in Miami, I've tried to make the process as seamlessly as possible, and we made it happen, right? So that's the most important part.
Yeah, and you were able to go and communicate with my contractor. You grabbed the keys from him. I didn't have to come back to get, the because the property was being remodeled. So you did all that. You just did a Zoom call, actually a video call with me, so I could see the property at the end. So that was really neat from you.
Yeah, basically, I was your eyes and ears down here, representing you, obviously, your agent. And
Actually,
then
I see it that way.
yeah, and then you missed on the experience. Like, what was your experience with doing for sale by owner? I'm assuming you guys were like bombarded by a bunch of
Oh,
agents, texts,
it was really overwhelming because there's something that I realized very quickly that there's a lot of people out there looking for anything that is for sale by owner to start calling you and offering you these deals that you cannot refuse. And it's basically, I don't think that they're fake, but they're very difficult to understand what they're trying to do, especially when you're not in the real estate business. So, and we got text message left and right, calls all day long. And when I decided to go through a realtor, it was so, oh, my phone is not ringing unless you call me, or when you set up, which it was amazing, the fact that you guys set up a link that I could see how many viewings I was having, I kind of like visits to the
Like
property at the
showings, yeah.
time. So that was really neat. I really liked that because I could see every time that the house was going to be shown, or if it was canceled, or that was like that feeling of ding, 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 being shown. That's exciting. So I couldn't feel that experience by selling by owner because I would have to hop on a plane and go
Yeah.
down there or bother somebody.
Yeah, you basically had like the full control and visibility on, how many showings we had, what time. So definitely, a perk when working with us,
Oh.
especially being out of state as well.
And
Um,
the best part was that the house really sold within 10 days of being in the market, like with you, because
yeah,
it was in the market for over a month and a half, but the house was not ready. So
yeah.
we started just seeing how the market was going to be. And we realized really quick that we needed just to give
and
it to
and all the first communication, like all the contacts, was with me and Nestor. Actually, it wasn't even with you. I met you afterwards, right?
that's true.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, what happened next, Miriam? Like what made you, after seeing all these calls and texts from different realtors, what made you decide to try out my services instead of other realtors?
The fact that you never pressure me, you made a call and you say, I'm here for you whenever you need me. And the fact that you were the only person who were able to give me numbers. You made a presentation, a very professional presentation, and gave me actual numbers. If we do this, this is what you're going to get. And this is the percentage of commission. And this is what the other person. So you gave me all of it in a nutshell,
Hmm.
where it make it very real. I could see numbers. I'm a numbers person, so if you don't give me the numbers right in front of me, I'm like, are they give me? So that part just sold me out because um, I didn't tell you this, but I had two other realtors that were trying to compete with you, and one of them, the first thing that she told me is like, you cannot sell for this price. And at that point, and she was really aggressive to the point that she was going to determine the price. She was going to determine anything. And that really turned me off completely. I said, you're out. So the other person never wanted to give me numbers, unless I would have signed a contract. So I said, okay, so you're out. So, and then there you come, and you said, there's no compromise. Let me give you the numbers. Let me tell you what do I offer you? And I didn't even have good pictures. And that was one of the things that you say, I will do the pictures. I will
Of
let you
course.
see them. I'll just do everything. So that's what sold me out like immediately. It didn't took me by the end, by half of the presentation, you had sold me out.
When I really sold you out, just more like showed you a different way of selling the property. Obviously I showed you, our flexible terms, lots of leniency there when working with us. The easy exit agreement, which hopefully you remember, that it allows you basically, if you're not satisfied with our services at the end of the day, that you're allowed to walk away from the agreement, no strings attached. Um, that obviously didn't happen because I was always on time. I was always communicating with you, and there was no need to really opt out of the contract. um
Actually, I couldn't. You sold the house within 10 days. So
exactly,
there's no way
exactly,
of pulling on that.
exactly.
And you always let me be in control. And that is really important for somebody who is selling. You always said, Miriam, what do you think about this? They're offering this. How about that? And I will ask you, what do you think? And you will say, well, this is what I think, but what do you think? You always let me be in control of the whole
I
time.
always, yeah, that's how I always do all my transactions when working with my sellers. I always give them what I think, they should do, and then obviously I'll let them decide on what they, what route they want to take. So always, yeah, I do appreciate that coming from you, Miriam. Um, and all right, so what did you like and appreciate most about working with Jhon?
Your kindness, you're really kind and prompt. I'm telling you, that is the key for any business. If you are prompt to respond, especially when you're selling a property, that the realtor is available to you 24/7. And it's
Even
really,
weekends, even
yes.
weekends.
One day I did a bug call to you, I'm sorry. And I was like, ooh, I called him really late. And you call me back, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I am so sorry.
It's all right, it happens, it happens. But yeah, just know, everyone that's watching, I work 7 days a week. Whenever you guys need me, feel free to shoot me a text, give me a call. I'll answer whichever
Thank
way.
you.
And very quick, very promptly. So Miriam, for somebody who's like on the fence of, whether or not, who's watching this and, who's on the fence on whether or not to use my services, compared to other agents, because there's just so many agents out there, especially in South Florida, Miami-Dade County. What would you tell someone, considering to hire me?
I will say, listen to the presentation and see that there's other options that is not the traditional way of selling a house. I never knew that you can just basically, that commission part is kind of like a bargain ship. So, and being able to see, if you sell it on your own, you do this, and if you sell it, if you use your services, you have a different commission, and if somebody else comes in, there's a different commission. That really sold me out, and that is really impressive, that is not the 7% or the 6% stuck on a person. So you have different ways of selling a house, and that really, really, really motivated me to go and jump in ship with you guys. And
Yeah.
the fact that, it is a professional. Actually, I looked you up, on the with your license. I
Mhm.
looked up to see if your license was valid, and it was a valid license, and the whole 9 yards.
Of course.
Because of course I didn't know you, so I wanted to make sure that and this was a real company, because you always look at the big names, not to name anybody, but you always think about those names. Not, this is almost a brand new company with a completely different set of mind.
Yeah,
Uh,
everything is basically EXP Realties are virtual. You don't have your traditional brick and mortar offices like, other companies, not to name them. Everything's done virtual. All our state meetings, broker meetings are all done online. As you saw, everything was digital as well, as far as contracts. Just with a click of a button, I sent you everything, you reviewed it. If you had any questions, you'll call me, but you just have a click of a button, you just sign, initial. Made it simple, quick, easy. Can't
yeah,
get better than
actually, that's something that I really liked. The closing was online, all the paper was online. I never had to see you. I
that.
only had to see you by computer. So, uh, if I go to Miami, I will definitely give you a call so we can just at least meet in person.
Yeah, definitely. And we could definitely go celebrate what we couldn't do because you guys are not local. But
Yes.
definitely when you guys come down to Miami, you and Nestor just, I'm only a call away. So um Miriam, I do appreciate you once again to come on here and help me do these videos. Again, these videos help my business out a lot, because we actually work together, and it gives those potential clients some insight of how it is using my services. So again, I really do appreciate you. We'll definitely be in touch, and thank you so much for trusting me in this process. Okay.
Thank you for your services. You're awesome.
Thank you so much.
Okay.